Tonight's tactical enhancement is Shinobu. Tonight we're playing Warhammer, the old world, 2,400 points. It's been a while. Here's the table. We got a river because I couldn't be fucked changing the boards around with the ones that don't have a river. So for the sake of argument, it's only the bit with water in it which counts as difficult ground.
Okay.
Now, it's my flappy Technicolor Mayhem versus yet another Dwarf Expeditionary Force. That's what you bought the last two games. No, the two games and then that horrific fucking Orc and Goblin army.
Yeah, but you deployed... Oh, the quickest game ever.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Not doing that again.
No, well...
Alright, so anyway, stop your guffawing, old man, and tell us what you've got.
Okay, I've got an army which I'm looking for. It's an expeditionary force. I have 3 scout gyrocopters and 3 normal choppers, which I just 2 of them put together. I would have taken 4, but unfortunately he only had 1 spare one.
Yes, you wanted to take 7 fucking gyrocopters.
I didn't know what army you were
You
taking.
sadist.
I don't know. I want to see...
That's bad against every army.
Good. You want... Well, everyone... The dwarves are not like... doing that well. So anyway, look, I've got 2 bolt throwers, 2 cannons. There's strength runes on these, and one of these is magical. It's got a soul word. It gives +1 to combat resolution. 2 units of regular guys with great weapons, hand weapons, shield, heavy armor, shield. One's got a rune banner. One's got a rune banner, a +1 war banner, and a passable terror and fear tests.
That'll be useful.
The Battle Standard Bearer General is also got a rune of War Banner and a rune of Hesitation, so you don't get any charge bonuses.
That's Buggerman on a couple of kegs.
I don't know if you're charging me, but yeah, so it's a Battle Standard Bearer as well.
So what happens if you charge him?
You don't get any initiative bonuses. You don't get a lance if you have a lance. You don't get
all that stuff.
If anything, like some of the Bretonnians get bonuses when they charge. When they cancels it.
Yeah, okay. First
Chariots don't do impact hits, for example.
Ooh, that's a bit rough.
I've got Arnie. Do that chopper with the...
Yes, the submachine gun that you pull the trigger vaguely in the direction and everybody falls down.
Yes, I also have a pony. Another reason I took this army, because it has this guy, which I just put together recently, the pony, which I only painted up in the last month, and gives movement, +1 movement.
Yeah, that's right.
So these guys are drilled, and what I'm trying to do is get an army of dwarves that moves.
Yep.
And these guys are all marksmen, expeditionary force. You have 2 units.
So they can move and shoot, right?
Move and shoot without penalty. So instead of having a static line of dwarves, the idea is to have an army that is...
Mobile, get in your face. Makes
and
sense.
I can march 12 with these guys.
Cool. All right. Well, and up against that shit show, we've got the usual core. I've taken 2 units of 9 blue horrors, because that's all I've only got that many blue horrors. I thought I'd try something a bit different. I've got 2 units of 17 pink horrors. I needed about 30 pink horrors to get me up to the minimum core. And a few points left, so I stuck a couple extra guys on the units. And I've given them this locus. That means that when they cast a spell, the casting level is double the rank bonus. Instead of just the rank bonus.
So that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, so if I'm casting at rank 2 ranks, I then go up to casting at 4. So +4 instead of +2 to cast.
Makes a big difference.
It does. I've got Birdie Num Dum going in at level 4, but of course everything's Tzeentch has +1 to cast anyway. And he's got some stuff that makes him harder to kill. And he's got an extra arm somewhere. I don't know where he's tucking it away. It's in there somewhere.
It's an appendage of some description.
It's under his loincloth. Great weapon. And he's got... what the fuck did I give him?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think it's something that makes him harder to shoot.
Harder to shoot.
Yeah, -1 hit. Then we've got his little mate tucked away down here with bad lighting, who's upgraded to level 3. He's got no equipment, but he's going to run around casting at +4. We've got 2 units of 4 of the Sky Sharks. Then we've got 3 units of 3 Flamers, but I thought I'd try upgrading the Flamer Champion to a character, and I've made them all level 3 mages.
Oh.
So I've got 4 level 3 mages, the pink guy's juiced up, plus this big boy. So pretty much the perfect time to be up against fucking dwarves of all things.
You have a very shooty army potentially.
Yeah, look, potentially it is.
Very, very difficult to dispel.
So I'm doing battle magic on the big boy and pants on fire. And I'm doing demonology for the flamers, because they can't do battle magic.
But they get that. Can't they do the Tzeentch spell and get the shooty one?
Yeah, you can drop one and get a Tzeentch spell. You can do that.
And that's the one that shoots.
But the demonology one's actually better.
Oh, okay.
And that's their default spell.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll have a go. We'll see how it works. On the bounce spell for these guys, the pink fellas, is the one that drops either your toughness, initiative, or some other shit, strength, I think, depending on how well you cast. So on an 8+, if they get it off, the target loses a D3 toughness.
Yeah. Sounds like itchy nuisance.
Does a bit. Yes. So it's a very...
No, it's a good list. I think if you can play well, you can shoot me up quite well.
Well, we'll see how we go. You've got a lot more experience with the dwarves than I have with these guys, and in fact, you've got a lot more experience with Warhammer than I have. Self-handicapping aside, fuck it, it'll be spectacular whatever happens, and I reckon it'll be a blast. So we'll do a quick deployment, and then we'll get stuck in a turn 1. Dwarfs won the roll-off, and they're coming right at us. Sean's rolling a lot of 6s today. You rolled 6 for choosing the edge, and 6 for 6 for making me put a unit down first, and then 6 for going first, even though he had more deployment drops than me. That was vaguely annoying. And they're in column, and they've got the pony. They move 12 fucking inches. That's hilarious. Certainly a game of mobility. There's a few shots. The 2 cannon did to me what I usually do to Sean, which is to say fuck all. One of them overshot, the other one almost overshot. Just clipped the back of one guy, then rolled a 1.
I predicted that too.
Yes, well, it's they're dwarf cannon. It's what they do. We should note that the dwarf cannon are the ones that can move and shoot, but they're slightly less tough. Now, what happened? These guys wasted a couple of blokes off of this unit of pink horrors here.
And Arnie did 6.
Yeah, then this fucking git here with the...
Uzi.
Yeah, the guy with the Uzi.
Gatling gun, yeah, or whatever.
He did Arnie in Commando. You shoot the fucker one-handed from the hip and everybody falls down. Staggering number of 6s there.
We're not in Predator now. Get to the chopper.
Fortunately, got no 6s with these fucking brimstone guns. That was good, and they did nothing to this unit. So it was a turn of mixed fortunes. Could have been worse, actually. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. On that note, we'll go over to turn 1 for the Demons. End of Dwarf turn 1. We're really just chipping away at things. We moved up, and we used some spells to get these guys to move a bit further. Buffed him with Oaken Shield. He fucking needs it. These guys moved too quickly to be able to cast a spell, but they did get some shooting off with some conveyance, and jumped on these guys, killed a couple. Staying out the way of these things, which are magically boosted for strength, I think. We have come out of the woods to play, did an awful lot of shooting. I think we took 2 wins off of that, and was it just 1 off of each of those choppers?
You took 1 off each of the choppers.
I moved these guys up into here to hide, and I moved these guys up in the back of the hill, and everyone on the hill as much as possible, because cannonballs don't bounce on hills, in order to get shots on them. So I didn't do hugely well. I decided to hide this guy still, because I didn't have anywhere really good to run, or anything really good to do with him, apart from getting the shit shot out of him. It's not worth exposing him for a couple of quick shots. We'll worry about what to do with them next, because I can't quite flap my way from here all the way over to there. Although I probably could have moved a couple of inches closer now that I know where the enemy cannon are. And that's about it. So, not hugely effective, but enough to start chipping away at the bastards. So now onto Dwarf turn 2. And a Dwarf turn 2. They had a pretty good run this turn. This prick here did a bombing run over these guys. So that was unpleasant. Killed a couple. There's some general shooting and things went on, I think. Trying to remember everything that happened. These guys continue to march up the guts, still in column. That's kind of entertaining. These guys fired a few rounds up here. I don't think they did much.
I killed a couple. You saved
the bolt throw did a bit more damage.
No,
didn't
it missed.
Oh, he missed. That's
this
right.
This one did bolt.
That bolt
up there.
thrower there.
Yeah.
Collected
Magical
some of them, and then 2 fucking cannons had to go at them, so they had a bad day. An awful lot of shooting went into these guys from choppers and things. They felt a bit like a pincushion, but it wasn't all that effectual in the end. Then Captain fucking Uzi, who apparently automatically hits on 3s even when you're in a fucking forest.
Gotta love it.
I don't know about that.
It's a rune of accuracy. It's in the it's a ranged weapon, and it can't be a cannon. And I have those here.
Yeah, we'll look at that and have some fun.
I know. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so he single-handedly picked off a grand total of 1 of these flamers.
I should have killed 2, but I rolled lots of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, there was that. He rolled a lot of 6s in other places. And his cannons bloody work this turn. It's never a good thing when you're fighting against dwarves.
Yes. The rune of accuracy. A weapon inscribed with this rune does not suffer any negative to hit modifiers. Full stop.
Bastard.
Yes. Lovely.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger gun of auto hit.
Well, if you're shooting up that many rounds, you're not going to miss unless it's in the trees. Oh, it's in the trees. What trees?
Alright, now don't get me cancelled. I've got to edit this fucking thing now. Alright,
oh yeah, okay. That's right.
What else? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. We had a fight up here. They charged it. Rolled rather well for his impact hits. Bumped off a guy straight away. Then he did alright in the melee. And I rolled absolutely dog shit back at him. It was terrible. So, and then I lost another couple of wounds to the fucking overkill because of demonic instability. So that was really shit, I have to say. Anyway, on that note, over to the Dwarfs, turn 2. Let's see if we can get some kills back. And our Demons, turn 2. Well, the bad news was we snafu'd our fight up here and got our asses handed to us again, although that fella's still there. On the plus side, these guys lined up and started blooding shots over here. He's probably going to try and charge them with the choppers next turn, since they pushed back the Sky Shark. We used quite a bit of movement spells, and we got these guys all the way over here. So that'll be useful for next turn. He's going to blast them with canister first, but we'll see what else happens. We also used the movement spell to get these fellas into a good spot, so they're out of that charge arc. And they shot this guy up and took a wound off it. This guy came out to play, cast a fireball and blew away 1 chopper outright. That was nice. We moved up over here and did a whole bunch of things, and just poured shot onto these guys and did fuck all. That was actually a bit frustrating, so these guys will be a nuisance next turn. These choppers. Oh, and that guy there, hiding around the edge of the building, he will be a nuisance. And we used the movement spell to get this guy over here to start dealing with that bolt thrower, because there's not really much else I could do with that unit. There wasn't really space to put him anywhere to shoot anything. So that's about it. A lot of chipping away. It's rather ineffective. These Sky Sharks, right, they're great against monsters. I've seen them take chunks off of monsters, and they're not doing a damn thing to a fucking whirly bird. Anyway, shit happens. We'll check in at the end of Dwarf turn 3, I think. Dwarf turn 3. Let's see. They poured 3 helicopters worth of shit onto them, and
2.
No, that guy got a shot in as well.
No, he tried. Yeah.
Well, he had to go.
He
had a dice to the volley.
1 die, 2 dice on 6.
Anyway, suffice to say, between that and the handgunners, there's 1 guy left out of those pink horrors. This fucker here,
Did 1 wound. 8 hits.
Yes.
And 1 wound.
Did one
he
wound.
rolled 1. He rolled 1 5. The rest is 1 2s and 3s.
I still don't like that arsehole.
I don't blame him. He is an asshole.
He's an arsehole. Now over here, these fucking arseholes charged the flank of my flamers, as we rather expected. And they just smashed that unit outright, including the Exalted guy.
I rolled well.
We did do a bit of defensive shot, but it wasn't enough.
Yes.
Did I even take a wound off of him?
You took 1 wound off him.
Oh, he's down to 1 wound.
He's
Okay.
down to 1 wound. The other one's down to 2 wounds.
Yeah, but they're just because these guys now do impact hits, they're just smashing the army because it's not a very tough army.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey, what else went horribly wrong? Well, they've done a whole lot of manoeuvring over here. I guess they're really keen on getting those blue horrors there.
I have to get close because I have to roll. I get a 2-inch, I get a 3-inch movement because the card gives. Oh, sorry, my move is reduced by 1, and I've got to take the lowest of 2 dice if I charge you.
Mm-hmm.
So the odds of me contacting, unless I'm like 2 inches away, is pretty slim.
Alright, so anyway, that aside, yeah, a bit of manoeuvre. These guys took a few shots up here, bit of canister over there. Oh, and that magical bastard there managed. He fired at the herald on the disc, and
we said he was on a hill, which it means the cannon stops unless it hits.
He was in this stuff, so it's not going to bounce through the river. So he actually had to get either a 6 or an 8 on the range dice, and he got it.
You got to roll a 6
and pegged the bastard outright.
After it misfire, and then the engineer re-roll.
That's right.
So it was a 50. It was a 5. It was a 30% chance.
So yeah, but
third chance.
Well,
and then I had to roll a wound, which I did, and then I had to roll. How many wounds did he have? 3.
He's only got 2 wounds, so he's pretty much guaranteed to get smashed when you got him.
Yeah, I could, if I rolled it, I had
the odds were.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was the end of the herald, who he was doing a few movement spells and things. He wasn't doing much else though, because he didn't have anything he could really shoot with.
You didn't have any magic shooty stuff?
No, and I don't know why I fucking put him there. I should have put him on the other side of the woods. So that was a mistake.
Yeah. You can't complain about my army if you make a lot of mistakes. And
I can always complain about your army, Sean. They fucking deserve it.
I think this is not. It's an all-rounder list. I don't think it has problems.
It shoots like crazy, and I've taken a shooty list against it. So I don't know. I mean, taking demons against demons against dwarves is a double-edged sword because a lot of the dwarf stuff can just ignore your ward save. But that said, Nurgle used to smash the shit out of the dwarves, but that was because Andrew had 1,700 points of highly refined everything that works perfectly.
I should play Andrew.
Yeah, it usually takes him a few games to learn how a new system works, but then he becomes very, very dangerous. Yeah, well, we'll see. On that note, I think we're going to have to go over to Demons turn 3 and see if there's much of an army left at the end of that. We'll see how we go. Demons turn 3. That chopper that overran knocked off 1 wound, and I think that was on the impact hits. We did nothing back to it, but we did charge it in the back with some guys going downhill. It fled, and because he rolled really crap, and it ran right through a unit and took a wound. So that was that. We got these guys to maneuver to shoot at this thing, and of course they did nothing. Birdie here polished off a chopper with a fireball. Now, over here we had some luck. We charged the pink horrors in, killed 2 of the crew. The last one didn't do anything back. So we pushed him back and then chased up just enough to catch him. So that fight would go on. Over here, we charged a bunch of blue horrors in, and because they got the shit shot out of him last turn, there wasn't many left. Then we rolled crap, and he rolled great and killed a bunch of them. So that was annoying. And we lost a couple more in the
disintegration phase.
Yeah, that's the way to describe it.
5 feet away phase.
So then we did a whole lot of shooting at these guys and bumped off a grand total of 2.
2? Even with the slashing.
And then we flew all the slashes over and did 4...
3 wounds. And I made 3 saves on 5s and 6s.
Yeah, God, that was crap. I've
Tell
been rolling crap all over the place.
No. And then the spell you got off, the hand-to-hand combat spell.
Yeah, so I put the spell in for hand-to-hand combat, and he rolled fucking boxcars again to dispel on his wild dispel.
Oh, I don't believe it.
And the last time I tried to do it, he used a fucking dispel scroll. So he's had 2 wild dispels, both rolling boxcars this game.
I can't.
That's in
three.
That's in 3 turns.
No, that wasn't a wild spell. That was actually with the
whatever. You
but still had to roll
boxcars
to do it.
Yeah, so that was most frustrating. Look, I'm whittling down the choppers, but not anywhere near enough. There's still 3 of the fuckers on the table. I've not killed a lot, to be honest. Meanwhile, my casualty pile is looking a bit rat shit. It's looking like fucking Avengers Endgame Part 1 over here.
Oh, look at this. This is the Dwarf dead pile. It's looking rather scarce.
Yeah, I've killed a few handgunners and 3 choppers. It's not enough. Dwarves are always tough to kill, but these guys are just soaking it up.
I am soaking it up too. And my dice have helped.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few bits of good luck here and there, but a few things could have gone other ways. Anyway, that aside, we'll go. I think we've got just enough time to do 2 and 4. Let's see what we can do. End of dwarf turn 4. Let's see, these guys marched up. The chopper ran away over there. These guys crashed into the side of an 81 point of unit of blue horrors and unsurprisingly smashed the fuck out of it, kept on going. Over here, well, these guys lined up to take some shots and did nothing. Over here, this engineer charged into the flank of the pink horrors and bashed them around a little bit, and the pink horrors rolled crap and didn't do a damn thing in reply. All this lot, including the cannon and Mr. Shooty Pants over here, pumped all their rounds into these Sky Sharks and...
Bolt throw killed one.
Yeah, it did. And bumped off 2 and a bit. That was a pretty crazy amount of fire. There is something to be said for this army, that it can amass a lot of fire very quickly wherever it's needed. It's a fire brigade.
I'm finding I have to try this out down at the club and see how it goes.
Yeah, let us know how to beat the damn things. It's horrid.
I think it's quite reasonable.
Well, you think that. Of course you think that.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm just thinking of what I've got to fight against. I'm going,
well, yeah, because the people at the club are very competitive and they take...
No, Cuddy. Then you're right. There's a couple of people that take dragons.
These are the tournament crowd, and I remember that run through the tournament lists. They were entertaining.
Well, everyone's saying dwarves are shit.
They're tricky to figure out how to make them work. Anyway, so some shooting happened here. They didn't do anything. Over here, my God, I've been throwing a lot of crap dice this turn. I haven't been able to hit the side of a barn door when I'm standing next to it.
What should have you done? I should have stayed back and shoot, Sean. Yes.
Yes, that would have been better.
Yes.
Although I have tied you up for the game so far, but unfortunately...
Yes, I'm wiping out a unit. I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're doing what the fucking thing was there to do anyway. Although it's stopping you from shooting at them, which is good.
Well, I need 7s or something to hit them, because it's probably long range and you're at -2 to hit and cover.
Yeah. -2. Anyway, all that.
Anyway.
So that's how the turn went. And I'm just weighing up what are the odds that I could beat. This unit here has a combat res of 5. They're in column though, so they won't get their rank bonuses.
Not the first turn.
Well, there won't be a second one. I'm just wondering whether it's worth charging the fucker. Anyway, we'll move into turn 4 Demons and see what we can do. Alright, end of Dwarf turn 4. I'm recording it because of time. We got a bunch of spells off and a bunch of shooting off, and it took a lot, but we finally killed that fucking gyrocopter. So I've killed 4 out of 6 gyros. And then we did some more shooting at these guys, but rolled dismally yet again. Over here, my pink horrors managed to do absolutely fuck all. All they had to do was cut off one guy. Meanwhile, this dickhead bumped off the last 2. On a better note, these little fellas here managed to kill off 2 dwarfs, and the last dwarf didn't do anything, and they fell back 5 inches and went off the table, so that was bizarre.
That was good. See?
And the Screamers did their job and bumped off a bolt thrower, so that was better than nothing.
Yes.
Over here, we threw a spell into these pricks and a whole lot of shooting, and we still failed to get the pricks down to below 25%. We've been at these guys all bloody day. I'm going to take a photo of these pricks, actually. They are tough as nails, these guys. So what we're going to do now is check the points. We did the maths on attacking these guys and jumping up and down on his thing on the shield bearers, but what we found out was he's got
skill 6.
He's got armor 2 and he's weapon skill 6, so I'm hitting him on a 4.
5 wounds.
Yeah, 2 plus armor, 5 wounds. I thought, no, that's just not going to work.
And he's also got one reroll. He can reroll one failed.
Yeah. So we thought, well, I did really want to have a fight with him, but I thought that might just be throwing my guy away for nothing. What is a bird? I mean, seriously, what are you saying? You accusing me of being a chicken?
Well, there's a chicken squad. Chicken's here. Yeah.
I've been calling him a bin chicken since I bought the fucking thing.
Looks like a big chicken. Very nice, very pretty big chicken, but nonetheless.
Anyway, on that note, we've got to do some maths and figure out what we've done to each other, and we'll check in after that. Alright, we've tallied up the math, as it were, and it looks like we got a bit over 400 points worth of dwarfs in the gyros and bolt throwers, and so close to getting some more points from those fucking little buggers in the stream. Whereas I lost about 600 points, a bit over 600 points. So it's enough to count as a very minor victory to the dwarves, but certainly not a slaughter. I've got a lot of dead guys, but I've also got a lot of survivors here and there. I think I've lost like 3 small units in total.
They just come back. You've lost 2 pink units.
No, one of them's technically still there. He gives you up 25% of his points.
20. Oh, that's right, and this one too.
So 25% for that, 25% for that, 100% for one of the pink horror units that completely failed to kill the fucking cannon over there. That was really woeful, I have to say. They should have polished them off. And I lost a unit of
blue horrors.
Yeah, blue horror.
See, any one of those, you lost your character, which is the main thing with the character.
Oh, that's the main thing, yeah. So yeah, I lost about 600 points worth all up. So it looks minor victory. Could have been
5
worse.
turns, 6 turns.
We will now proceed to argue about who should have won based on things that never happened.
I am. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Yeah, we didn't. We went 4 turns. I think it's.
Yeah, It is. I think realistically, I would have lost that. I probably would have sucked up a cannonball, but then destroyed a cannon, or at least destroyed some infantry. Yeah, these guys never would have caught me. Lots of it, plus and maybes. Suffice to say,
yes.
God damn it, he's fucking won again. That's really annoying.
It is. Yes.
But look,
I'll take a soft list and beat you up. How's that? What was it? The thing is, you got to remember.
Well,
if I take a soft list or a list that isn't considered competitive, it's still going to have 2,500 points of stuff that you have to kill. And if I take a soft, usually what happens is when you go down, you end up with more troops, and it's harder to actually kill them. I mean, I had 500 points of heroes. I had 1,200 points of core. I had no rares, and I had 500 points, just over 500 points of special. Yeah. So it's a pretty strong list for, and I've got no lord choices in this army, and my magic is limited to 1 runesmith.
So you effectively got. Look, to be honest with you, it's all in the choppers. Those choppers are a nightmare.
You could sort of deal with them because you got a lot of skirmishers that can attack them. They can't get close. They didn't kill anything with them. The only thing they did well was combat. Which is before the gyrocopters, the scout ones were much better.
Slaughtered a lot of these guys. The scout ones did kill a lot.
Yes.
As they should. The other ones did impact hits. You basically used them as chariots. They were very effective. They killed a fair chunk of stuff.
But a lot of
Anyway, I think at the end of the day, I'm finding those choppers very hard to deal with. And I'm still learning how to use this army of mine. I think I did okay with it, but I did make a silly mistake that cost me 200 points I didn't need to lose.
Oh.
In a way, the difference between tie and loss is me putting this guy in a stupid position.
But it wasn't really entirely in a stupid position. I mean, I had a roll of 6.
He could have been hiding. Yeah, there's a bit of luck both ways, I suppose. But
and I mean, I didn't go. Oh, it's gonna. it's not on a hill.
Oh, you know, all that. Put that aside.
I thought it was a 5. It was either a 6 or 8. The bounce would have.
Oh, the way you got him. Well, I should never have given you the chance, though. I should have put him behind this tree line here. Anyway.
But then he can't use his spells.
But he doesn't have a shooting spell. I was actually planning on charging him into combat, but then I lost too many guys and I couldn't do the charge into combat.
Yeah, I know. I was keeping away from that guy because I don't want to have to fight him because I suspect he's quite good in combat.
He's a bit shit, but he's got a good spell. He's going to use Hammer Hand. I was going to use him in conjunction with other units to combo charge, but I got too ripped up by shooting first.
Yes.
So I think I always overestimate what this army can do.
You do. I think putting the blues into close combat is not a good idea.
Well, they actually won.
Well, they did eventually, but there was 8 of them to start with, and they got lucky.
Yeah.
Mind you, they got unlucky not to do anything to start with.
I mean, this comes back to the basic problem. I paint an army that I just really want to have, and I like the look of it, and then try and figure out how to make it win. And it's a fucking nightmare sometimes figuring out how to make something which is a cool idea actually work in the rules.
It's a great idea. I'll just, I mean, one day you should take what you should do is take a Khorne and a Tzeentch army, big battle and fight.
Everything in the Khorne army is frenzied, and against you, that's a death sentence.
Frenzy.
Because you took pride in baiting for how many editions?
Yeah, I could do that.
The only edition that didn't work for you was 8th edition because you can make him
charge. But you know what's even worse about the baiting with the Gyrocopter? I can fire and flee, so I can not only do I get fuck off,
can you
but
imagine,
I shoot you.
Can you imagine what a Khorne army would... The Khorne army just run around in circles and be annihilated without ever actually contacting the enemy.
Well, that's actually... You'd have to be really good to do that.
Yeah, take Khorne against my 6 fucking Gyrocopters with fire and flee. Anyway, what have we learned?
Chris thinks this is a cheesy army.
All your armies are cheesy. I'm going to keep saying that.
Okay, well until you beat me.
Well, it might be the
general. How about I take a goblin army?
No, I'll tell you whatever the fuck you like.
Yeah, I will.
I'm not going to play your fucking tournament lists anymore, though. Those are horrible.
That wasn't tournament. Oh,
no, this one wasn't. But the last two, the last 3 I played against were tournament lists.
I took those. Oh, those were pretty. Yeah, the last. Yeah, no,
the last 3 were wretched.
They were pretty full on. I have to admit I got a bit unlucky. And I had to fight dragons, and some of the lists I'm fighting is like, oh my god,
Some people have commented about tournament lists that tournament gameplay is very different to what it used to be in 8th edition. Because you can be so uber refined in your specific combos of what you do now.
Well, I fought like a guy with his chosen knights, and it was -2 to shoot them. So that's awesome. And I didn't have any.
What?
Cannons.
-2 to shoot at them?
Yeah, it's
God.
a couple. There's a banner and there's an ability or something. Anyway, it was it was.
That sounds very unpleasant.
He had a dragon as well.
Yeah. Well.
And then I failed a double a test to break from the dragon hit my general's unit, and I fled and got eaten by 1 inch, which was funny. No, I rolled exactly at the same number. I rolled low and he rolled low. He caught me, even with Swiss try, so he rolled really shit. And then he just cleaned me up, and it was like, oh. And that was the dwarf list with the fire drakes in it.
What you took, or that he took?
And 3. No, that's one I took to a recent one. Well, the thing is, I had no sleep for 36 hours, so I was a bit tired, and I forgot I could have just gone stubborn and fallen back, and I forgot.
That'll do it.
And then I went, I could have disturbed, but it's too late.
On that note, it's actually pumpkin o'clock, so now I've got work tomorrow. So, look, thanks for watching. Do feel free to hit like, subscribe, make a comment, tell your friends, anything that gets the algorithm going, and spread the very gaslighting love. On that note, time to call it a night.